Hi guys, this is Kelly and I just have a quick little video today. Julie from Hungry Bookworm personally invited me to participate in her readathon that's coming up. It's called the Nonfiction Readathon. Very simple, and all it is she's asking you to read nonfiction books, and so she asked me to participate. So I've been thinking I need to get back into reading more nonfiction because sometimes it takes me a little longer to read them than fiction. I can whip out a fiction book in a couple days, but sometimes nonfiction I like sit down and come back to. So I thought this is a good chance to kind of read some of the nonfiction that's been interesting to me. I've been looking at on my shelf and just haven't got to. But I am going to cheat a little bit. So the dates for the readathon are July 23rd through 27th. I'll link her announcement video down below. And I'm going to start a little early because I am going to be on vacation the week before that readathon and kind of until the 24th. And so I'm taking a couple nonfiction books on my vacation, and I'm going to just start while I'm vacationing, so it'll be a few days before that actually starts, and that'll help so that I can get more of these books in. And I picked books that weren't too big, so I think I could still get most of these done. I'm going to take 2 on vacation, and then when I get back on the 24th, I'll have a couple days to hopefully get to at least one of the other 2. So I have 4 books here. The first one is Love and Logic Magic for Early Childhood by Jim Fay and Charles Fay. And this is a parenting book for kids birth to age 6. I have 2 young children, and I've been meaning to get to this because I just need some more tips and tricks of working with my 3-year-old because she's very strong-willed, and I don't want to like tamp down on her personality. I want her to be a strong woman and girl, so I don't want to like take that away from her, but I want to like be able to work with her to be respectful and all that. And I've heard good things about their theory, so I want to get to this. I'm going to take this one on vacation so that I'm forced to read it because I've had it for a couple months and just never want to pick it up. But if I only have a couple books with me on vacation, I will have to read it. And then the other one I'm taking on vacation with me is A Long Way Home by Saru Breely. And this is a book about a man. This is his memoir, and this is about a man who was born in India with a poor family, and when he was 5, got separated and ended up on a train to the other side of the country. And since he was so young, he didn't know where his home was. He ended up being adopted by a family in Tasmania, and he grew up his whole life in Australia. But then when he was older, he really wanted to find his birth family again. And so when he was in his 20s, this is his journey to go find his birth family in India. So those are the 2 I'm taking on vacation. And then when I get home, this one I'm actually already halfway through, Into the Wild by Jon Krakauer. I've talked about this on my channel, so I don't want to go into depth. But he's a journalist that does kind of interesting nonfiction books. This one's pretty short, and I'm already halfway through, so I figure when I get home, I should be able to knock this out in a day. I read the first half in a day and then put it down for, it's been almost 3 months now. And I just need to like pick it back up and read the rest of it in a day. I don't know what made me stop, but I need to get back to doing it. It's about a man who kind of gives rid of everything and goes into the wild. And then the last one I want to read is Letters to a Young Muslim by Omar Saif Gobesh. And I like to read books that are about religions that are different than my own and different faiths, and so I've wanted to read a little more about Islam. And I got this book recommended by the channel Farah from A BookTube Book. That's what her channel is called. I lost it for a second. And she is Muslim, so I take her recommendations as being accurate of what I should be reading. And this is letters actually that this man writes to his son about how to be a Muslim in the modern world, how to stay true to Islam but still be integrated in modern society. And I think what I've heard from this is it's good for both, like if you are Muslim, but also for those that aren't Muslim to kind of get a view into the religion and faith and everyday life. So I want to get to this when I get back from vacation. So those are the 4 nonfiction books I want to read for the readathon and my little extension of the readathon. I don't think Julie will mind. I mean, it's just nice to be reading some nonfiction again. If you want to check out her channel, I'll link it down below, and I invite you to make a TBR and read some nonfiction as well. All right, thanks. Bye.